Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining the California Department of Veterans Affairs for Southern California's community and peer support resources. Before we begin, as a disclaimer, we want to bring to your attention that this webinar workshop is being recorded, and by logging in, you are agreeing to be a part of that recording. The great thing about this recording is that you guys can access this recording at any time on our YouTube channel or on our website, and you can share this information with other people that might benefit from it. My name is Jennifer Rudquist, and I'm proud to say I'm a CalTAP training coordinator with the California Department of Veterans Affairs. My background includes being a veteran, Air Force veteran myself, growing up a military brat, retired military spouse, and the mother of 3 active duty airmen. With that being said, I want you all to know that CalVet and all the presenters here today are very passionate about getting services and assisting you guys. So please reach out to us. We want to say thank you so much for your service. We want to say thank you to the veterans, spouses, children, parents, family, and friends. We truly understand, uniformed or not, you guys all served, and we want to thank you for that. All right, let's get started. So I'm excited you joined today's presentation because it's packed with great information and resources I know will make a huge impact on your lives. In addition to myself, we have Kirk Eller, another CalTAP training coordinator. He's here running the back end. He's going to be putting lots of different things in the chat that are associated with our webinar. In addition to that, he's going to be watching the Q&A section. That's where we ask that you guys put your questions in as we go. At the end of our presentation, we're going to address all of those questions with our subject matter experts. Speaking of our subject matter experts, we are also here joined with our Southern California links, including Lance Unker. He's our San Diego link. We have Anthony Rodriguez, our Los Angeles link. We have Ben Gals, our Orange County link, and we have Marlene Steinbeck. She's our Inland Empire link. Really excited about all of them being here. Please take note of all of everybody's information, and please reach out to us if you have any questions at all. With that, let's get started. Anthony's going to open us up with the Los Angeles area. He is in Ventura and Los Angeles County. Are you there?
Hello. I'm here. Hello, everybody.
Thank you so much.
It's great to see everybody. Great to be here. Thank you for having me. So, as was mentioned, I am the link in Los Angeles. I also cover the Ventura County area. So let's jump right into it. Next slide, please. I'm one of 8 links. Link stands for the Local Interagency Network Coordinators, and we are the Southern California team. So right now, you'll be seeing myself as first. I'm in the blue, which I cover 2 counties. In no particular order, there will be Ben in the orange, that's below me on the map. Merlene is going to cover that huge area in the red, which is on the right, 4 counties, all the way up to Central California and beyond. And then Lance will cover the San Diego San Diego counties down there. So you can see that we have all of our names and contact areas, and as well, all of us cover the entire state. Next page. So as links, I think that we cover 2 very significant needs. And in the several years that I've been here, this is where I think we provide the most service to all of you. And I think that, first of all, we connect veterans, reservists, National Guardsmen, and their families to veteran benefits, as many as we know about. That's going to include how to file VA claims. It's going to include how to get all of the various benefits. Many of us are going to know the different contacts in many of these separate areas. This is going to include emergency housing, also various kinds of educational supplementation, whether for the families or the veterans themselves, healthcare, many healthcare options for the veterans and their families, mental health care for the veteran and their families, and also employment, to include probably the most familiar. Additionally, we're going to be able to explain to you the entire process of how things works. And I think maybe that's one of the most, if not the most important thing that we do. The whole world of veteran and benefits and claims is very complicated. It was not made with the end user in mind. There's been a lot of patchwork. So I think what we do is provide a tremendous service in explaining to you here's what the feds do, here's what the state does, here's what the county does, here's what some of the regional operators do, and then we'll be able to fill in the blanks with the various components. Some of the federal stuff, for example, has nonprofit contractors. And some of the state and some of the county and state agencies do some of the work of the VA, the federal. So we'll talk about all those areas. For example, EDD and DOR, Department of Rehabilitation, and the various school veteran resource centers. Regionally, all of us have different regional players, but in my particular area, it's going to be JVS, US Vets, and the Cohen Clinic. And then countywide, we have a very robust, in Los Angeles County, a very robust Department of Mental Health department, which has a subdivision for mental health. We have, of course, our CVSO, which is the largest in the state, and other services as well that are provided. Next page, please. Now, in Los Angeles, we probably have, if I believe it is the largest VA in the nation, and the catchment area, the area in which they cover, has three central pillars. The primary one in Los Angeles is going to be the healthcare center. It's called the Greater Los Angeles VA Healthcare System, and it covers a huge area. It covers 1.4 million vets. That's more than many states combined, and the counties of Los Angeles, Ventura, Kern, Santa Barbara, and San Luis County. The next large area with the VA in my area is the regional office, the Los Angeles Regional Office, or the second pillar, which is the Veteran Benefits Administration. This is also very large and covers Kern County, Los Angeles County, San Bernardino, San Luis, Santa Barbara, and Ventura counties, also covering approximately 1.4 million vets. I think Jennifer later is going to talk about some of the things that they do, but that's where they go. That's where you go for things like your housing allowance, your educational programs, and your VA home loan. Next page, please. The third area of the VA catchment area is this National Cemetery. We have one in Los Angeles. There's also one in a couple of other areas, Kern County and another county. And we have one of the larger, it's been around for since the 1880s, and it's one of 11 here in the state. And Calvet also has 3 cemeteries, and Ben will talk about his coming up as well. So those 3 key areas are in the Los Angeles area. They're actually in the West Los Angeles area near Wilshire and the 405 freeway. Next page. Now, these are the most common requests that I get personally, and I'm sure that the other links have something like this, if not, particular areas of their own. But I get lots of questions, and this is how I can help you. What is the difference between the VA education and the Calvet educational programs? How do they help us, and who do they serve? Secondly, I get asked often, how does the VA work? Who does what within the VA? It sounds simple, but it's complicated because they're always moving and changing. Also, what are the benefits that I can get? And what does the Fed side do? What does the state side do? What do the counties do? What does the city and what do nonprofits do? They're all different. Individual contacts, specific contacts that I have that I would recommend. If you are my brother-in-law or sister-in-law, these are the people that I would refer to you in the areas of housing, healthcare, mental health, employment, and education in the various areas that I cover. Also, I get many questions on the home loan. What's the difference between the VA home loan and the Calvet home loan? Can they be used together? How are they different? Descriptions also of our CalTAP program. Jennifer will talk about that program. It's an amazing program we do on the military bases and on campuses. Also, I get a lot of questions about the contacts at our local veteran resource centers. I have in my region responsibility for 22 California UCs, Cal States, and community colleges. So I have contacts with them as I meet with them on our various meetings, monthly or quarterly, and I can help veterans connect for themselves or their dependents for a smooth transition into college. Also, I get asked often about distinctions between active duty reserve and National Guard and other Calvet benefits. Next page, please. These are some of the significant services provided in my area. We have a program called VPAN. VPAN is the Veteran Peer Access Network. It's the first in California, probably the first in the nation, which is publicly and privately funded. And basically, we have 5 locations in 5 different areas of LA County, and they virtually help. They have a brick and mortar location, and any questions you have about anything related to veterans, you can go to them for a good start to get a lot of assistance, from housing to emergency care to claims to employment and so on. Our significant county veteran service offices are amazing. I think that that's one of the greatest things we do at CalVet is provide assistance with your VA claims, because that can change your life in terms of getting benefits and opening the door to financial assistance as well. The regional office and the appeals location is located in the Los Angeles area for a big part of the Southern California area, one of 3. The Los Angeles County Department of Mental Health, I mentioned, they have over 80 veteran-connected mental service professionals. The Los Angeles Veteran Orientation is something we do here in Los Angeles, where every quarter a new veteran or a veteran who doesn't know about benefits can come to an event for free and get hors d'oeuvres and 2 cocktails and meet and network with other sorts of cool things. Our Los Angeles Veteran Collaborative has 9 subcommittees and has monthly meetings, actually quarterly in-person meetings, and there could be as many as 100 to 200 people present, so that's a cool thing. I do monthly briefings at several of the military bases, along with my comrades on the other side that you'll see. Next page, please. As well as other benefits, like CalVet has retirement homes in my area. This Cohen Clinic I mentioned is a nonprofit clinic. I'm sorry, it's a private clinic which can help anybody get mental health who doesn't want to go to the vet center or to the VA. They do a really good job. There are a number of veteran project-based housings here in the state, and in particular in Los Angeles in the downtown area. That's pretty significant. We have a lot of activity with the Veteran Resource Centers and regions, with various meetings that go on. Bob Hope Patriotic Hall is a county building that's 10 stories that is housed as the hub of all the veteran activity in LA County. So it's pretty cool. It's downtown, even though we got to fight the traffic. There's a lot of services and professionals in that one location. Also at the VA West LA, they are building new homeless facilities for over 1,200 units, which is pretty significant in the LA area where homelessness is such a big area. And finally, the VA Mobile Medical Unit is something that just got launched here in LA and is roaming around the various locations of this very large county. Next page, please. So that's an overview of what I do. I'm happy to help you. Please give me a call if there's anybody that you know that could use some of the services I mentioned. I have listed my email address and my phone number. That's my cell number. And again, I'll turn it back over to Jen, and look forward to working with all of you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Anthony, for all that information and for all the work that you do out in the Los Angeles area.
Thank you.
It's really important, and we really do appreciate what you do and the knowledge that you bring to the table. So thank you so much for being with us here.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to our San Diego Local Interagency Network Coordinator, Lance.
How's it going? Yes, my name is Lance, and I am the San Diego Link. And I'm going to share with you a little bit about the benefits and organizations and things that you can find in San Diego, kind of the major players. So hopefully it's of benefit if you're in the San Diego area. I myself am a combat wounded veteran. I was in Iraq in 2007 with the 82nd Airborne Division, and went through the whole process of transitioning out of the military as a combat wounded veteran, and kind of having to navigate that wild west of veteran benefits. Took me a really long time to get on the right track. So now my job is to help those in the same situation maybe get on track much, much sooner than I did. Next slide. Okay, so some of the, I guess, the non-governmental agencies that I work with that are kind of keys to the San Diego veteran community. 211 San Diego is a major network. They have a specific veteran, division. So anybody in the San Diego area can dial 211 and reference all kinds of services, housing needs, financial needs, disaster information, all kinds of stuff from 211. But again, they partner with a group called Courage to Call, which deals with mental health and that kind of stuff. But they partner and have a call center for veterans specifically. And they have this network where they can plug you into whatever, resource that you might need is. So it's a pretty great, resource for the veterans in San Diego. Another huge player in the area is STEP, or Support the Enlisted Project. Support the Enlisted Project, they help mostly with enlisted folks. So when they are in the military, they can help with financial assistance. They do things like, drives for, you can come up and get like baby food and formula and cribs and diapers and everything you could possibly think of, while you're in. They also help with that first year of transition out of the military. They can help you build a financial plan, get you on a sustainable path, help you with financial assistance, stuff like that. They're pretty amazing. And then we have the San Diego Veterans Collaborative, SDVC. They are the largest collaborative in the area. I believe there is like 500 or 600 members now. So they are massive. They're a great organization to reach out to, if you are looking for specific assistance in an area, because they're going to have that network of so many different providers that can plug you into whatever it is. And these are things like, they could be hobbies, they could be different types of therapies. They can be financial assistance and aid or education help and stuff like that. So really amazing organization to reach out to, even attend one of their meetings. And then we also have a similar group, but just for women veterans, and this is the San Diego Women Veterans Network. And they do the same, obviously, just specifically for our female veterans. Next slide. All right. Other services provided by nonprofits. And I kind of talked about this, but just to give kind of a breakdown. So whether you reach out to SDVC or 211 or myself, depending on what your need is, we can then refer you to a specific provider that helps in that area. So if it's mental health and welfare, a good example would be like the Headstrong Project. We have a huge Wounded Warrior project facility here in San Diego as well. And if it's like vocational training, we've got Workshop for Warriors. They do a bunch of amazing things like getting people certified, getting, all the basically, certifications you need to get a job in all kinds of different vocations. If it's employment, we have groups like the Bob Hope Easter Seals down here that help specifically matching you up with a peer veteran who kind of helps you go through the entire process of figuring out what exactly it is you want to do, your goals, that kind of stuff, and then pairs you with their partner employers. Pretty great program. If it's, surfing, we've got groups like One More Wave or the Camp Pendleton Surf Club. There's gardening groups, hiking groups, basically anything, golfing, anything that you can basically imagine or have an interest in, there's probably a group that does it. And can help you, like with golfing, get free clubs from TaylorMade and all kinds of stuff as you go through their programs. Different types of therapies, whether it's like equine therapy with horses. Sows and Service is an amazing program. They run you through a 7-phase, basically cowboy horsemanship program. They end up sending you for a week in Wyoming. There's groups that might help you with neurofeedback therapy or free acupuncture. It's basically like, again, the sky's the limit. And then with athletics and stuff like that, there's like the Challenged Athlete Foundation. They basically help and provide training and coaching and equipment and like, adapted bicycles and stuff like that for wounded veterans to participate all the way up through like, different Olympic events and stuff like that. Pretty incredible. So whatever you're looking for, there probably is a nonprofit that helps in that specific field, or multiple organizations that help in that field here in San Diego. I think we have over 700 veteran service providers that help active duty veterans and their families. So it's pretty incredible. Next slide. And this is my contact information. So if you are in the San Diego region, if you know somebody in the San Diego region, definitely get a hold of myself at sdlink@calvet.ca.gov, or my cell phone there, text or call. And again, like with, wherever you are in California, that link is really going to be your conduit or your link to those benefits that you need. And it's not just the VA, it's not just Calvet, it's not just your county. It can be just a multitude of things that you can think outside the box, and we can plug you into almost anything. So definitely a great resource is your link. So get that information down.
Thank you so much, Lance, for being here, for presenting, and everything you do in the San Diego area. What a big area, and so many veterans out there. So we really do appreciate you getting all those resources to everyone. Thank you. All right, let's move on to Ben Gales. He's our Orange County Local Interagency Network Coordinator. Are you there, Ben?
Super. Thank you, Jen. Appreciate it. I can hit the next slide, please. All right, so let's talk about the OC. So first thing to know is no hospital, no Long Beach, no VA hospital in the OC. The Long Beach VA is the main hospital serving Orange County veterans, but the VA does have a range of their community-based clinics in Orange County to provide some of those basic services. So we got a list of them there: Anaheim, Santa Ana, Laguna Hills. And then of course the VA has their vet centers, their mental health centers, one in North OC and one in South, Garden Grove and Mission Viejo. Next slide, please. Okay, so the Orange County Veterans Service Office, it's in Santa Ana in Orange County. Got the phone number there. We kind of talked about this, a way to access and apply for a bunch of state and federal benefits. Really, actually, the website, Kirk, I think you're going to throw that in the chat. It's really the best way to make an appointment there now. You can get a virtual appointment, you can get an in-person appointment. And then they have a separate appointment for the veteran driver's license designation, and also the vehicle registration waiver program that Calvet has, along with disabled veteran plates. So we haven't talked about those programs too much, but that veteran driver's license designation program, you can just go into a VSO office with your DD-214, and that can be done pretty quickly for you. So, if you're in the OC, and I'm guessing this is pretty similar with my other Link colleagues, that there's a streamlined, path to getting an appointment for those programs. It's not like the longer waits that can exist for, applying for a full claim or something like that. So that's kind of a truth about these offices. There's a lot of variety in, wait times and, kind of how you can get appointments. You can actually even drop into the Orange County office now, which, is actually in some ways is the quickest way to get an appointment at times. So, these are our boots on the ground, these VSOs, and it's just good to know that there's a lot of different options for connecting. You can even use a VSO office, outside of your county. For instance, Long Beach VA has an outstation from the LA VSO that some Orange County veterans will use. So there's good flexibility there. Next slide, please. All right, so let's talk about some of those nonprofits like Lance just hit on. It's really, really good stuff to know. In some ways, it's kind of the bread and butter of a link, is understanding all these nonprofits. So the Tierney Center for Veteran Services in Orange County is a very big multi-service center, a big focus on employment, but they're really offering full service, longer term case management to connect you with whatever services you may need. There's also some other organizations housed at the Tierney Center, which is in Tustin, doing a lot of good work there. Strong Families, Strong Children. So if you have a family, and Lance touched on an organization there, doing similar work. If you need childcare, if you need food or diapers, if you need mental health services for a child, or even, some type of adult clinic, maybe helping to deal with an issue like PTSD and parenting. This organization is doing tremendous work, making connections to a lot of different services that support families. Council on Aging. So if you are an aging veteran, this is one of a couple different great organizations doing work. They have a full-time veteran peer navigator that's focused on aging veterans to make, again, those connections that we're talking about. So this is a big theme. You heard Anthony talk about this, the Veteran Peer Access Network. Lance touched on a couple of different organizations, but this concept of someone that can make connections to the whole range of services, kind of like the stuff we're talking about now. And that's what we can do to help you as well. Next slide, please. Okay. So just to wrap it up, mental health and wellness stuff. Lance, I love that stuff you were talking about, all those organizations, doing things like boating and, music. We got that too, guitars for vets. And, we actually even had I loved it, that some of the VRCs for student veterans had a big Xbox competition recently, just bringing people together. Doing a lot of great stuff. OC for Vets is a great organization. That's a county government program. They're doing direct mental health services. US Vets, they're actually located at the Tierney Center. Great program, again. Peer navigation, mental health, a lot of those things we just talked about, those wellness activities. US Vets is running actually a whole bunch of art programs now too. You can go and do pottery, you can do art. We got it in North Orange County at the Nixon Presidential Library in Yorba Linda. They've had it down in Dana Point on the beach. They're even moving to a big art facility in the mall in Mission Viejo. So some pretty cool local stuff there. And then one of my favorite spots, Patriots and Paws. So if you need like a bed or a couch, a fridge, anything like that, you can go on their website. You can fill out a request list, and they have this huge warehouse in Anaheim, all kinds of stuff. So it can be really helpful, those things that can kind of eat away at that paycheck. You can access it here, and they do some great work too, connecting veterans to service animals. That's the Paws. So yeah, so that's about it for me. Again, just remember that the links here, we're here to help. You can literally call us anytime. This is what we love to do. We love to talk to veterans and their families and help navigate any problem. All of us who've been here around, we've all answered literally thousands of calls, navigating just endless questions. And so we're happy to help with whatever it is. Thanks, Jen.
Thank you so much, Ben. Wow, we've really gone over a lot of great organizations. That's so awesome. Thank you so much for telling everybody about them and giving us the contact information and being here and what you do in OC. All right, let's move on. All right, we're gonna round out our local agency network coordinators with Merlene. She's from our Inland Empire. Are you there? Oh, you're on mute. There we go.
Thank you so much. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, so you can go ahead and move on to the next slide. My name is Merlene Steinbach, and I am the local interagency network coordinator for the Inland Empire. That's Riverside, San Bernardino, and Yolomono counties. I did notice that there was a lot of emphasis on the CVSOs and different organizations as the main hospital in the Inland Empire is the VA Loma Linda. I went ahead and provided some links for some of those, like how to reach your CVSO. I put that in the chat, as well as the Loma Linda healthcare locations where you can reach out to your vet centers. There's so many different locations there. And our focus was going to be on some of the nonprofits in the Inland Empire. So I went ahead and provided a link for our 2-in-1 as well. I wanted to highlight mainly some of the main organizations that help a lot of our veterans, like in the Inland Empire. One of those is the Heroes Warehouse. They help previously homeless veterans and pretty much any veteran who needs help with furniture and different assistance for their families at no cost to them. They've assisted about 5,600 veterans, and their staff doesn't get any pay for any of that. I provided a link for them as well. But I just think this is a really great organization, because if you're homeless and you come in to a house, you've seen that the houses are empty. So being able to have something for them to sleep on puts them in a different bracket. Next slide. Shuttles for Soldiers is a newer organization in my community, but it offers transportation services. As you could have seen from the map, I have a very large district, and some of the times you can't get to the VA Loma Linda local hospital, which is kind of important if you have medical needs. They do gurney transport, they do regular transport. If a veteran needs to get there, they will make exceptions. Currently, right now, they are servicing Riverside District 1 and 2, which is Norco, Corona, Jurupa, and Eastvale, but they're expanding as far as Marietta and Temecula. And we're hopeful to see them reach out to the more rural communities as we move forward. And there are also waiting lists for San Bernardino, LA, and Orange. I met with them yesterday, and we're looking at different options to keep going in those communities. Next slide. Reaching new heights. So in my area, we have a very rural, low-income population. Some of the things that happens when you don't have a lot of money is you run into some legal problems, and Reaching New Heights Foundations has been critical in the community as far as partnering with our veteran treatment courts. This is so huge, because not only do they get them into the veteran treatment court, but they help them to find employment afterwards. And employment afterwards helps with recidivism and getting back into a work environment, something much more healthy. They work alongside the judges and the courts and in the treatment courts. And sometimes they even assist the veterans with starting their own business. Next slide. So this is my contact information. If you have any other further questions, or if you want to go in depth into some of the other options in the community, feel free to reach out to me, or any of the links should be able to get you some of that information.
Thank you so much. Wow, it really is some great information. There's so many things out there that I had no idea about. I'm so grateful for you guys, and for your subject matter expert, that you guys are subject matter experts and you're able to direct us in the right places when we need those resources. So thank you. All right, this is where we're going to kind of close up the presentation with the Calvet overview, and then we'll go into our questions. So just a little about who Calvet is. So at the top here, we have the big federal VA that goes over any and all of those that serve United States military. And then you have the state entity, which is Calvet. There's also entities in the other states like Oregon Department of Veterans Affairs. There's Texas Department of Veterans Affairs. Each state has their own department. And then you have the counties. There is offices within every single county of the state of California. If the county is too small, they usually share. And then we have service providers underneath there. And you guys learned a little bit about service providers too. The important thing about this slide is to know is that we don't work for each other, we work with each other. So we want to get resources to you. And the big VA, they've got a lot of square footage to cover. So that's where the state comes in to help. And the state's very big. And so that's where the county comes in to help. So we just want to get benefits to you. And that these different entities work together to get benefits to you. So what is CalTAP? You've heard me say that a couple times. It was designed to inform and connect veterans of all areas to their earned federal and state benefits, as well as provide continuing support as your needs change over time. We like to say that verbatim because we want you to know we do understand that your needs do change over time, and we want to be there for you for the duration from cradle to grave. We want to do that through 5 different pathways. It's core curriculum, education, employment, entrepreneurship, and service providers. We've developed these pathways that you can access 24/7, whether you call us up, you go to our website, or you go to a resource book. Those different pathways are open to you to get to those resources. Now, this is what I mean, cradle to grave. From service and separation all the way through retirement and aging. We want to go through the whole life cycle with you and your families to support you, whether you're retiring, you're trying to find a job, you're separating, whatever it is, we want to be there for you. Here's our resource book, the CalVet resource book. It is fantastic. It has all your state and most of your federal benefits inside of it. You don't know what you don't know. So get one of these books. Kirk is going to download it and put it into the chat, download that from there, and look through that. If you look through that, you're going to find those questions that you want to ask are links or ask CalVet or even the County Veterans Service offices. Really great stuff in there. And this is our website, really user-friendly. Do not be afraid of rabbit holes in this website because those rabbit holes lead to carrots. Carrots is benefits. Benefits is money in your pocket. I've circled a few things here in red. We have CalTAP portal. That's where you're going to find those pathways. Then in the middle there, you have find local CVSO. So it's going to help you to find those county offices. It's going to have every county listed. You're just going to click on the county that you are in or you want to go to, and I'll list the office address, the office phone numbers, and the office times. And last but not least, we have circled in red there at the bottom, the Veterans Resource Book. You can download the book or share that book with anyone and everyone right there 24/7. So what are the California benefits? So this is supposed to give you a snapshot of the benefits. If you want to talk in length about any of these, I have my phone number at the end and we can go through one by one through all these benefits. The first benefit that a lot of you are probably going to call me about because it is fantastic and it seems too good to be true is the college tuition fee waiver. Is going to waive the tuition at any state-funded school for veterans or for dependents of veterans with a disability rating from 0 to 100%. That's right. If you have a parent that has a disability rating 0 to 100%, you can apply for the college tuition fee waiver and your tuition can be paid for at any state-funded schools. That's community college, state, and universities in the state of California. It's amazing. The veteran designation on your driver's license, you get the word veteran put on your driver's license. That's really great because you no longer have to carry your DD Form 214. If you want to get the word veteran on your driver's license, you just take your DD Form 214 to the County Veteran Service Office, and they'll give you the form to take to DMV. The motor vehicle registration fee waiver is going to waive the registration fees of one of your vehicles. If you are a veteran that has a disability that interferes with your mobility and you're 100% rated, or you are missing a appendage like a leg or some other mobility issue at all. So you go to the County Veteran Service Office, they'll give you the form to take to DMV, and they will waive the registration fees of one of your vehicles, and it automatically renews every year. The fishing and hunting license and no cost state park pass, these are fantastic. If you're 50% rated, you qualify to apply for this in the state of California. Kirk is going to put in the chat the different links for it, but the fish and hunting is through wildlife.ca.gov. And the no cost state park pass, you're going to apply for that at parks.ca.gov. The next thing is disabled veteran property tax exemption. If you're 100% rated by the federal VA, you can get $150,000 of your property taxes exempt. Now, what does that mean? It means if you have a house, let's say, for instance, you have a house that's $500,000, being assessed at $500,000, you will now be assessed at $350,000. That's going to save you approximately $1,700, $1,800 a year on your property taxes. And that comes out to saving you on that mortgage every single month. To get this, you're going to take your letter that says you're 100% permanent and total, and you're going to take that to the county assessor's office. That's where you pay your property taxes. They're going to record that, and they're going to put that in your, attach it to your property, and every year it's going to automatically renew. Really easy. CalVet home loans, it's fantastic. We process, close, and for the life of the loan, we service your home loans. Now, the difference between a CalVet home loan and a VA home loan is that you can use both of them together because the VA home loan is not actually a home loan. The VA is not lending you the money. They are guaranteeing the money. CalVet actually guarantees and loans the money together. So really great stuff. We just want to get California veterans into homes. We are not commission-based. If you want to get into a home in the state of California, please give us a call. We will help you to home ownership, whether it be with us or somebody else. We're going to help you out. Women, veterans resources and minority veterans resources. These are information advocacy and outreach to those different demographics. We help with citizenship and all kinds of other resources that you might need. The Veterans Homes of California, we have 8 different homes that we service in the state of California. These are state-of-the-art, beautiful homes in the state of California. We have one in Los Angeles. We have one in Barstow. We have them all over the place. But the greatest thing about these homes for long-term care is they are based on the level of care that's needed and the income of the veteran that needs the care. We also service 3 cemeteries in the state of California, including one cemetery that's being built out in the Los Angeles area. So please, please, please give us a call if you want to learn more about those different cemeteries. So I went through a lot of information quickly, but I want to get to our questions. Please, if you have any additional questions, if you want to stay connected with us, which we highly recommend, provide your non-DoD email address to caltap@calvet.ca.gov. You can register on their website if you'd like. Find us on social media. You find us on social media, you'll be updated about different events that are going on. Maybe there's new laws or new bills or new benefits are out there. Is going to be on our social medias. The last social media I want to talk to you about is a YouTube channel. Remember what I told you earlier today, that this is being recorded? Well, the recording is going to be on our YouTube channel. All you do is Google Calvet YouTube and it'll pop up with our YouTube channel. We have lots of recorded webinars on that YouTube channel. And then last but not least, keep on attending our webinars to find out more information about your benefits. Here's my information, here is my email, and here is my phone number, which additionally will be on this page right here, along with all our other presenters. And one other phone number I want to bring to everybody's attention is the 988 number. The 988 number is the Veterans Crisis Line. Actually, it's a crisis line, period. You press 1, it's a Veterans Crisis Line. But I hope that everybody here today will remember the number 988 as they do the number 911. If there was an emergency, you know who to call 911. But if there's somebody in crisis, if you're in crisis, if a friend of yours is in crisis, if a family member is in crisis, somebody on the street is in crisis, you will remember the number 988. And if you press 1, it's for the crisis or for the Veterans Crisis Line. Other things on this page here that are really great is our survey QR code. Our surveys we look at every single day. The survey is a gift. If you fill out that survey, it is a gift to other veterans and other service members and veterans and their families. If you fill that out, let us know what we're doing really well. Let us know if there's something we can improve on. Let us know if there is something that you want us to cover. We read those surveys and we make changes every single day to our materials and to our outreach so that we can better serve you. So give that gift to other veterans and their families and service members by filling out that survey so we can keep on giving outreach to everybody, the most positive and the most beneficial information out there. And then last right there, it says PDF to presentation. If you want a PDF copy of this presentation, just get your phone out, point on your screen, and go to that Google Drive. And that Google Drive will have the PDF of this presentation. It will have the resource book. It'll also have the link map on there and all sorts of other great information in that little Google Drive for you. All right, now let's get to, let's see if Kirk has any questions in the Q&A. Are you
Thanks,
there, Kirk?
Ben.
Oh, great.
And yeah, good morning. Thanks, everyone. We did have a couple questions. There was a question that's still open regarding our Calvet fee waiver and the post 9/11 GI Bill. I would like to kind of go over a little bit about that. I did post a link in the chat about our fee waiver website. And then if you have questions how to use the post 9/11 or the Chapter 33 benefits, if you've transferred your benefits to your dependents, that's kind of unique using those. They would have to use those prior to using the CalVet fee waiver. They can't use the Chapter 33 congruently with them. However, they can use Chapter 35 if you're 100% service connected, as long as they're using Plan B. So the CalVet fee waiver has 4 plans, A, B, C, and D. The most common is Plan B. There is no age limit for the dependent. However, there is an earning threshold for the dependent, the student. So they can use Chapter 35 with Plan B, because Chapter 35 benefits for the dependent education assistance from the VA is not considered income. So that's not classified as the income. So that's how that works. Look at our website, look at the different plans available, and using the benefits to the best to maximize the use of those is kind of it's kind of individualized how your family can use the benefits. And if you have questions, you can always reach out to us on our website or email, which is posted there directly. You can call us on the 800 number specifically for individualized questions. So hopefully that answers your question. Okay, the next question we had, we did have some that were answered. Specifically, there's a recording available. I did post in the chat the links to our YouTube channel, as well as our CalTAP portal to host, where we have our presentations uploaded. And this webinar is recorded, and it will be uploaded in a timely fashion, hopefully as soon as our communications division has a chance to review it. And then also we can post it up in there at a later date for your accessibility. We did have a question about our business license exemption and the $800 state California tax. It's dependent upon your specific county for what exemptions are eligible for the business license. So if you have that business in that specific county, it's varied by the county. So whatever your exemptions are, if you're 100% service connected from the VA, you should be eligible for an exemption, depending on how much that exemption is by the county that you reside in, where you pay your taxes. I did put a link in there for the review. You can contact your local county tax assessor's office where you pay your taxes, and they should be able to give you what that tax exemption is. And that's it for the questions. Yes, for the chat, you should have access to the chat at a later date on our website. When we have it uploaded as a recording, you can have access to that. Or you can actually send us an email to our CalTAP email. I'll post that in the chat again. Send us an email what your email is, and we can actually send you a transcript of the chat so you can have access to it at a later date. So hopefully that can help you out there. And that's it, Jen.
Yeah. In addition, if you guys were wanting the information from the chat for those different links, what you can do is go to that, it says PDF of the presentation. That's that Google Drive. There's a document says document with all the links from the presentation. There's a bunch of links inside of there. So the CalVet fee waivers in there, the tax exemptions in there, a lot of great stuff is in there. So you can also go to that Google Drive and access all those different links that you guys want.
And I'm going to post the, I'm going to put the links for our recorded webinars in there one more time for your convenience, you guys. If you have access, it does take a couple days for our comms, it does take a little bit of time. So just kind of be patient. We do have a bunch of videos on there for previously recorded. So hopefully, hopefully our comms division can get it posted up there as soon as possible.
And it will be under their playlist on the CalVet YouTube channel. You're just going to the core curriculum for the playlist where you will find this webinar. So core curriculum is where you're going to find it.
That's all we have.
That's
I'll turn it back for you, Jen.
Right.
Thanks you, everyone.
All right. Well, I want to say thank you. Thank you to all of our presenters today. What a wealth of information. You guys, please, please, please give them a call if you have any questions about the areas that they service. Give them a call if you want to move into their areas. Give them a call if you're moving out of their areas. More times than not, if they don't have the answer, they know somebody who knows the answer. So please, please, please take advantage of these guys. And also share their information with other people. Thank you so much, Ben. Thank you so much, Lance. Thank you so much, Anthony and Merlene, for being here. And thank you, all of you guys that came and attended today. We really appreciate you guys being here. We appreciate your service. And And please share this information with other people. Have a great one, everyone.
Take care.
Bye-bye.